Scamming. Oh yeah. So bro.
Did that announcement GIF match the song that was playing?
Yes.
It's very cheeky. I think I'm the only one who's ever gonna get that.
I'm gonna post it in the Discord because it's the intro to JoJo Part 4, the like last intro for JoJo Part 4 because I just finished it, and I like the song a lot. And the intro, they did another thing with the intro where they're like, "Oh, here's an interesting part in the story. Let's like modify the intro for these 3 episodes in like a drastic way, but still keeping on the same intro." You'll have to see it. I'll post both. They're like a minute and a half, and I like them a lot. The visuals in the intro are.
Am I gonna get any of that context not having seen the show?
I mean, it's not
Just gonna look like an intro to me.
It's not going to be much context. Like, it's not.
You were saying like they're doing something with it. I'm not gonna pick up on that.
Yeah, no, it's just cool what they do with it. You know what I mean? For like a show that has, you know, a lot of anime shows, they have intros, right? And the intros just stay stagnant for a while, and then they just totally have a different intro. This one is just kind of neat that they like change it up, and then they have like a kind of modified version of the song for it. So it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's neat. But not having seen like the regular intro, I'm not gonna know.
Oh, I'd post both. Is what I'm saying. I'd be like, here's the regular.
So they changed up the intro for like 1 episode?
It's for like 2 or 3, yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Basically, the villain guy, you'll get the context now. The villain guy got an ability to reverse time by an hour. And
weren't they like stopping time in 3?
Yeah. Yep.
So how does this work?
It's like a Groundhog Day type thing. So like basically this guy is
He's the only one that knows that time has been reversed?
I think it's the person that he uses his ability on time reverses for them. So he puts a condition on them that says because he's a serial killer. And he's lived this life of like no one finding out that he's a serial killer.
Because he can reverse time for himself?
He didn't have this ability before. He just gained it.
He was just really good at being a serial killer without the power.
Yeah. He didn't have any powers when he was a serial killer for a while. But then he got powers, and it made it a lot easier. So like this power was developed like way later as they were like fighting, basically. As they're like going after the guy, and it's if he basically put this condition on him that says like, if you tell anyone my identity. Oh, nice.
Oh, nicely done, teammate.
If you tell anyone my identity, you will blow them up, and then time will reverse by an hour.
You will blow them up?
Yeah, they will just explode, because his main power is just blowing things up. He has 3 different abilities. So this one, he was telling this one,
reversing time for an hour is not broken as fuck already.
Well, the thing is like he doesn't know it was reversed because only the person that he put the power on knew it was reversed. So he basically put it on his son and said like, if you tell anyone my ability, that person will blow up, and then time will reverse by an hour. So like, there's no possibility that anyone else could have heard it. And then he'll know potentially who he told. And since the kid was acting strange after time reversed by an hour, he's like, something must have happened, huh? So it's like
He gave himself a hint.
yeah.
Via the rules that he made up.
Oh, that could hit it. So it's like broken in a way that like, but it still has like constraints, you know. So it's
That's the most fun is when it's broken because of the way they use it in a clever way.
yeah.
Like they need to be clever with it, and if they are, it's the reason I loved Shikamaru so much. Other than like his personality and stuff, like his ability was just so neat. If you used it in a clever way.
Yeah, I liked Shikamaru. Just like in general, that's the thing with JoJo is like a lot of it is like clever powers and using it in clever ways. And I'm enjoying it quite a lot because of all that. So it reminds me of like Shikamaru, but like the plot is Shikamaru. If that makes sense. So yeah, so when he got that power and he was able to reverse time, when he used it on his kid, those 1 or 2 episodes or whatever, maybe 3, they had the modified intro.
Oh, neat. It's like he was altering the universe of the show too, in a meta way.
Yeah, and like, so the intro basically kind of goes in this like almost reverse order. There's some reverse, there's some like forward in it, but it basically is kind of going in reverse. And then the song's a little modified and a little fucked up. And it was like Groundhog Day, where basically the kid was just, he went through the scenarios like probably 3 or 4 times. And that's also reflected in the intro too, at one of the parts, the over and over again, where they show this one part basically 4 different times going in and out of these doors. They're just goddamn clever. But also I think visually the intro is nice.
It sounds like they put more thought and effort into their intro than some anime put in like an entire season.
Yeah. I've been enjoying I enjoyed part 4 quite a lot. I think the plot was really good. And like the villain was very well written. He was like a serial killer guy, but like he was like real fucked up. He wasn't just like, ha, I kill people. He was like
that awful guy in Fate Zero.
oh yeah. Oh fuck, I didn't want to do that. He had some strange quirks that you might expect from somebody kind of deranged. Like he chopped his fingernails, and depending on like how, and he would save them too, and depending on how like long they grew within a certain period of time, he thought he was like, oh, it's now I'm ready to kill another person. Now's a good time.
Oh Jesus.
And like he had a hand fetish. And so whenever he killed people and blew them up and whatnot, he would like keep their hand for like a week or 2 and like keep spritzing some preservatives on it. And he would like basically go on dates with their hand. It was very odd. And then like when he thought he killed this one guy, he was like, the guy was laying on the ground and the kid's like sock was inside out, and he walks up to, he's like, he starts walking away, and then he looks at it, and he's just like, he kind of like gets this like angered look on his face. He's like, no, I can't leave that. And so he took the kid's sock off and reversed it and then put it back on his foot. Like, so he's just got some strange quirks and like, just, ugh.
Yeah, I would say a hand fetish is pretty fucked up. Like killing people is pretty fucked up too, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a weird quirk for someone to have.
Yeah. I mean,
That's not one you see on Tinder very often.
yeah. But hand fetish, definitely just pretty bad. Oh.
That's much worse. Speaking of anime, I watched the Giguk video and saw a new anime from the Cowboy Bebop guy that looks interesting.
What's it called?
It's called like Carol and Tuesday, I think. It was the only one that he didn't put the name of the show on the screen like the others that he was talking about, but I looked it up and I think that's what it was. And apparently it's gonna hit Netflix when the show's completely done, so I'll be able to check it out then. Just binge watch it. It's not action packed like Samurai Champloo or Cowboy Bebop. It's another musical one like Kids on the Slope, but I've liked everything else he's done, so I'm gonna check it out. If this is the first bad one he's made, so be it. But he loved it. He's only seen the first episode. He's like, this is fucking incredible. And there were other people in the comments that liked it too.
Do you have like a plot summary or something? Like, do you know?
For all I know is that there's these two girls that are like trying to, I guess, start a band. And because he shows this scene of them like, they're just like, she's on the piano and the other girl's on the guitar, and they're kind of just trying to make a song. And he's like, they're both like not in sync with each other at first, and then he goes, you just kind of watch them slowly progress until they are like on the same wavelength musically, and they make a cool song. And I was like, that's not what I expect from the Samurai Champloo space dandy and Cowboy Bebop guy, but he thought it was great, so I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, it seems a lot more mellow, maybe?
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I said, like Kids on the Slope, I guess, was a very mellow, music-focused one, because it was these two high school students doing jazz together. And it was more slice of life and mellow, like this one looks. And I enjoyed that. So.
Kids on the Slope just sounds like a skiing anime, you know?
Yeah. I actually don't know why. Oh, you know, I think because the school was like on a slope. They had to walk uphill to get to the school every day. I just now thought of that. Because that show had a similar thing where, like the school band wasn't really doing that great, and then like all of a sudden they come together in this one episode, and it's incredible. I'm not even like that big of a fan of jazz music, but the song they did was really, really neat. And it was just like, it was such an emotional moment for the characters too. They finally crack it.
Oh god, that the sometimes good, sometimes shit left the match just threw me off. I just read it, I was like, wait, what is this message?
Did you see there's a new JonTron?
Yeah, I watched the JonTron video. That was
pretty funny. There was a few moments that made me laugh. He's done food stuff a couple times, but it's interesting that it just like that he's like he did the flex tape, and that obviously was huge.
Yeah.
And because it's like he started off with games and like game reviews and then movie review back on his old website. All right, good job, teammate. And then you know, flex tape, he's like reviewing a product now, and it kind of felt.
Oh.
I remember at the time being like, it's cool that he went off and did something way outside what you would expect. Like, it has nothing to do with video games at all. But he saw it, he thought he could make something funny, so he made it. I was like, I'm glad he didn't feel like constrained into his gaming kind of platform.
Yeah.
But after flex tape, I thought, okay, now he's gonna feel stuck doing review stuff, because he reviewed that like that alcohol, that vodka, Ghostbusters vodka.
And he did, I guess Dr. Ho was recent, but that's kind of like a review thing.
Yeah, it's not really a review of a product though, and that's what's cool, is that he doesn't. He once again, he's just kind of like going with whatever he wants to make instead of trying to recapture the flex tape magic, you know?
Yeah. He's just making fun of shit at this point. I like it.
Yeah.
Even if
This one he's just like New England now. It's not a product. You know, it's not an infomercial. He's just like went to New England and did some silly shit.
but like themed silly shit, not just like lol random. Or look at me, I'm running through a town or some shit and just doing random things. It was just like, had a mild theme to it.
Never seen him like interview someone before, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I liked it. That girl too. She was pretty cute.
She was cute. Yeah.
But it was.
She was like kind of in on it, but also like it didn't seem scripted either.
Yeah, it felt like a little. Like she was like, "What the fuck." I don't think. Oh.
Teammate.
Hey, dude. Yeah, here's a good time to stop playing when we're in the middle of an attack. Yeah.
Yeah, tattoos aren't even usually like a thing for me, but she was rocking those tats pretty good.
I'm fine with tats, but like if I see a girl with tats, it just really depends on like how much and what she's tatted with. That matters to me.
Yeah, where they are.
Where they are, you know. If it's
got 'em.
If it's just like, yeah, I got a tattoo and it's like a butterfly right above their butt crack, I'm just like, well, all right, neat. There was that 19-year-old at Qdoba showed me her new tattoo today. So I was just like, she's like, I got a new tattoo. I was like, yeah, where is it? she's like, all right, this is gonna be weird. I'm gonna start taking my shirt off. It's not weird, I promise. And then it was on her arm, it was on her shoulder. Teammate was just dumbfounded.
That was a nice play. He got past you, he passed it to him.
But teammate just drove to the center.
One guy played really well. Those guys have 200 pings this whole time. Still doing pretty well.
That one guy says Aussie. Maybe he's from Aussie.
What was it a tattoo of?
It was like a octopus with like flowers coming out of it.
I like those
They
things.
look pretty cool. It was like a little hard to tell at first that it was an octopus, but then I had to like look at it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, those are tentacles. Because it could have been like weird plant vines or some shit. But it was colored in, so it's just like, I don't. Also, octopuses aren't necessarily flesh colored either, because the octopus tentacle is not colored in. But
Is it not done, or is that how she wanted it?
I didn't ask. I assume it was done though. But that guy didn't shoot me because I wasn't ready for him. I don't have any boost.
God. I stole that guy's boost, so I knew he was struggling there. Let me go for it. Let me go for it.
This song's being hype. I watched the first episode of JoJo Part 5.
How many parts are there?
I think in the manga there's 10. In anime they're on 5 right now. Oh, very good. And it was okay, but nothing is different.
Oh my god, teammate, what the fuck are you doing? Let me casually dribble it in front of our net. I'm sure one of my teammates can take care of it.
But yeah, the plot really hasn't started up quite yet. So. But I believe we were introduced to the JoJo in this part.
I finished up the Netflix show, the Cyberpunk one. Remember I told you about those robots that were tourists in a post-apocalyptic...
Yeah. And they were like touring human shit.
Yeah. There's like 10 short stories. They're all like 10 or 15 minutes long-ish. And they were all pretty darn good. There's only one that I thought was kind of weak. Oh, I was fucking around. It was such a weird thing, but Netflix can do that. They can just give someone money and be like, go do whatever you want. And they're like, well, we want to make really graphic and like full nudity for male and female and like cyberpunk, but some fantasy and sci-fi and just like a bunch of different crazy stories. One was live action. Some were CG, some were animated. It was really a crazy kaleidoscope of different storytelling methods, different art and animation. It was crazy, and almost all of them were really good.
Cool. It reminds me kind of. There's like a Halo thing that happened at some point that was like that. There was like a Halo thing that I bought, like Halo Legends or some shit, and it was like a Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. And it just had tons of short stories about some Spartans, I think the Halo people are called. Mm-hmm. And each one had like a different art style. It was kind of neat, but you know, it was as neat as Halo can get. I liked it.
Did you ever see the Animatrix?
No.
It was the same thing. It was a bunch of short stories, different animation styles for the Matrix universe. It's really good, actually.
Ah, fuck. The Matrix, I don't remember it, like, so I watched the first Matrix and I don't remember much from it. Like, at all, really. And then the second and third Matrix I watched a lot, but I just like the fight scenes.
Yeah, those movies are pretty bad, but they did have fun fights.
Like, I don't even know what the plot of those movies were supposed to be. Like, I don't even... I think it was supposed to be some what is reality and brain in a vat shit.
So humans develop AI. AI goes rogue. They break out into a war, and humans. It's a really interesting and cool plot, but there are some really stupid things in it. But humans blot out the sky so that AI can't get like solar power. And you think, you know, AI would just work with like nuclear or something, or hydroelectric, I don't know, but
Yeah.
instead what they do is they take humans and use them as a power source. So they are farming humans.
Oh,
They're like literal
jump on.
farms. And to keep the humans passive, they create a computer program, the Matrix, that simulates what we think of as the real world, to just kind of keep them happy and stupid and sedated while they suck them up for their energy. And so obviously Neo is like awoken from the Matrix. They're like, hey, guess what? You're just being used as a as a battery for robots because they need energy. And what he was originally gonna, because that's really stupid, and even Thunderfoot points that out. Like, to use a fucking person as a battery is really dumb and inefficient. What it was originally going to be is they were going to use human brains. They were going to like have us all interconnected and use our brains as for computing power, which is way more interesting of a concept. But they were worried that people wouldn't get it.
Oh.
They wouldn't understand. Like they were actually worried that it would be too confusing for the audience.
What?
The battle thing instead. Yeah.
That's a pretty easy concept. You could just, and you, even if not, you could explain it in like a sentence or two. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. In 1999, people were less computer literate at the time. I don't know. It seems really obvious to us, but
it's just like they could explain it just like
if you just say like they're using humans to make like a supercomputer, they're connecting all their brains to make one large supercomputer or something. I don't know. That probably would have been good enough. But instead, you get this really dumbass. Yeah, they have no power source. So they're going to use humans. So that doesn't make any sense. It's like from an efficiency power standpoint, but the concept is really neat. The idea that the world you're living in is all a computer simulation. See Justin there, because you know that can be a metaphor for a million different things. The Wachowski brothers, who made it, are like transgender now.
Both
so
of them?
You can look back and you can. I think so. Yeah. So you can kind of look at it as, you know, you're being woken up from the world. So like the Matrix could be a symbol for society's gender rules, and like once you've been woken up and realize that it's all just a fabrication, you can live as whatever gender you want, kind of thing. Or you could take it as a religious thing, like, you know, once you stop looking through the world from what you've been told about religion. It's a really interesting concept, and it can be seen as a metaphor for a lot of stuff. And that's why the first one was actually clever, and the other two were just kind of dumb action movies. Not that I didn't like the action. God knows I've seen the Matrix movies countless times.
Yeah, I don't even know what was supposed to be happening in those, because it was just action as far as I remember. Like, oh yeah, Agent Smith is here now. Forget whatever. Oh no.
Yeah, Agent Smith. Mr. Anderson. Damn it. I'm gonna try to push it over. Oh, if he hadn't been there.
Uh-oh. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I was a bit young when the Matrix was out, and
Hey, I was 9.
I was just like,
I had no fucking clue what it was about when I was 9.
yeah, I was just like, wow, these things are cool though. You know, the fight scenes are neat.
Oh man, how great is that?
Shoving it.
That fight with the mechs shooting up at the squids up in the ceiling.
It's been a while. I don't quite remember.
There were the dudes in the yeah, they're just mechs, and they had like Gatling guns on their arms.
Was it that was out of the Matrix, right?
Yeah, that was in the third one. And
oh yeah. There were like black
they were coming in,
squid things, right?
Yeah, black squid things. They're called Sentinels, and they're coming through the ceiling of the dome, and they're just like all firing up at them.
That I vaguely remember that.
You would if you saw a picture, you would remember.
In Zanzibar land or whatever the fuck that was called.
Yeah, Zion, I think.
Zion, and then they had the Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh man, that shit was awesome.
That was a cool name too.
Great name. Great name. Morpheus was a cool character just in general.
Yeah, Morpheus was cool. I wonder what.
And they had the whole like Alice in Wonderland stuff going on, and like she was the White Rabbit, and he's like looking through the mirror, like the looking glass, and gets transported in. That was all really cool. I thought teammate was gonna go back for defense.
It also just kind of passed it in the middle there for no reason. Pushed a little bit more with me there. I was really hoping for that to go more center.
Ah.
There's a update coming out tomorrow. For sound in the game. So that ball pink might be gone.
Yeah, I saw a post on r/Rocket League. It was like replaced it with like a tennis ball. Like is what it sounds like. I was like, yeah, it is. That is what it sounds like.
I think also though there's in one of the levels there's apparently a volume bug. I think it's Champions Field. If you have the fireworks goal explosion on Champions Field, it's really loud. Well, I shouldn't say some people say. That was a lot of the comments I was seeing. So.
I use the fireworks, but I guess it's just not on this car right now. We should do Snow Day instead of Rumble to get that thing to trigger.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Ready for that? Ah! Try to control that, but it's straight out. So remember that Etika guy I told you about? That went kind of mental on Twitter, and then they put him into a. He was, like, threatening to kill himself at some point.
The guy that played Nintendo games.
Yeah, like
is like really obsessed with Nintendo stuff.
and he did reaction videos to Nintendo. And
That's
stuff.
right.
And he has Slim Jim hair, flat top. He
I did not know that.
yeah, he's got like a decently high flat top for like a human. Not Slim Jim levels. But,
For a human?
yeah.
As opposed to other animals?
As opposed to a Slim Jim guy.
Okay. Okay.
And he well, today he went on another Twitter tirade, and a lot of people were concerned about him. He started to like block a lot of his friends, and he was saying a lot of shit that made no sense. And like he posted a picture of him with guns or like a
jeez.
gun. He posted a picture that, or he posted F the Jews.
Go, 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 go.
And so he said F the Jews, and he also said the F derogatory term for gay people. So that was pretty nuts. And so like a lot of people were just like really concerned about him because yeah, he just started blocking like everyone. Anyone who was like making fun of him, telling him to go get help, anything, he was blocking. Even like a big, Sky Williams, he's a big YouTuber guy.
No idea.
He's a decently big YouTuber guy. He's friends with Etika, and he told Etika, dude, he's like, go get some help, man. Like you're not well. And then like he blocked him. Like done. He's like, holy shit.
Is he the one that like the cops were banging on the door while he was? I saw something about that.
Yeah.
Where
yes,
there's someone.
He started live streaming. Basically, the cops came to his house, so he started live streaming that on Instagram. So like, yeah, the SWAT team apprehended him.
Oh. Man.
But based on the stuff I saw in the video, they handled the situation very well. The SWAT team.
That's good. It's just sad that it had to come to that.
Yeah. So like, but while the cops were outside, he was yelling out of his window stuff like, "I just want to watch porn," / "I make porn," and he was saying stuff like, "The revolution will not be televised." He was like yelling that a bunch. I don't know what it means, but hence why he's insane. And he would yell out his window, "I'm rich, just let me live my life." Like, and then, yeah, so he's just in his house, and like he's live streaming the thing, and just kind of goofing off as he's like live streaming it. And so then they started to pound at his door, and he's just like, he starts talking to him. He's just like, "Why are you guys trying to break in? That's illegal. I didn't do anything wrong." They're like, "Well, people are concerned about your health. If you start acting nuts and you've been suicidal in the past and you post pictures of yourself with a gun."
Yeah, they should go in there and do something.
Yeah, there's gonna be concern. So like, but the cop at the door was just like, "Hey, you haven't been right." His name is Desmond. His actual name. So they're like, "Desmond, you haven't. People are concerned about you. You need to, He's like, I'm a mental health guy, and your behavior is like, a little strange or whatever, a little off. I forget exact words he used, right?" And he's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm fine." He's like, "You're yelling really strange stuff out of the window of your house in Brooklyn on like a busy street." It's because he lives in like an apartment in one of the big buildings. But yeah, something's off, man. Like, and
yeah,
they're like, "Can we see?" Like, and he went and grabbed. Etika went and like grabbed some snacks off the counter, just started eating them. Like, what the fuck? Like, this guy obviously is going insane, but it's kind of nuts that like this situation.
It's weird to see that stuff live streamed. It's just,
yeah,
it's the kind of stuff you hear about. You don't usually get a front row seat.
Yeah, and typically if somebody's going to be like kind of barricaded in their own house, they're not munching on snacks. Slash live streaming it, slash goofing around, and he would like say some stuff.
Yeah, he's clearly got some problems.
And so yeah, eventually they broke in, right? You hear him like drilling and pounding at his door, and then he grabs his door handle and he just pulls his own door handle off because they destroyed it from the outside. Oh fuck!
What?
What a squeeze! So then eventually, because he had one of those. Oh, I forgot you can't jump. He had one of those door latch things on the side. One of the not like a chain, but one of the ones that you like flop over.
Yeah.
Good shit. And you just see that thing. They start pounding. You can hear like pieces of it just breaking, and eventually you just see it. And they have it cracked. The door cracked open. They're like, "We just want to see your hands, right?" Like, show us your hands. He's like, "I'm just holding the cell phone or whatever." And then, so then they're like, "Oh, okay." And then they just like bust in, right, with their shields. And they all surround him, and the phone falls on the ground and continues to live stream for the next, like, 30 minutes as they're putting him in cuffs. And then there were people gathered outside. Oh my god. There were people gathered outside. And some people were recording that. And they're wheeling him out, like, strapped to a stretcher. Except for his upper body's kind of, like, sitting straight up. And, he's yelling shit like, "We did it, boys," and also Joy-Con boys, which was like one of his
Switch.
Yeah, it's one of his like things. Like he has products that say Joy-Con boys on it. So it's
like the whole thing is just a marketing stunt.
Yeah, and he's just yelling all that, and like people were just like, "Holy shit!" Like this guy is fucked up. So,
well, hopefully now that he's in custody, he can get actual help.
Yeah. Oh shit! I said one of the dudes.
I don't know how long they like can hold him.
Well,
like that.
They said they're gonna put him in a psychiatric facility because at some.
How's it going, Yeet?
But they're Yeet, how you doing? At some point, there's like. Oh what? The guy was gonna go high. I shot him low. At some point, you have to detain a human being. You know what I mean? You have to be like, all right, this person's.
He's going to be a danger to himself and possibly others.
Yeah. So that was. It was all happening this morning. I'm just like watching Twitter and watching all these like videos happening. It's nuts.
Yeah, all I heard was I saw a thing on like r/live stream fails, like dude getting a dude streaming while some cops are pounding on his door, and I saw like one of the comments in the live stream like, "Dude, get help." Yeah, you could just see like the desperation, like, "Man, we want you to be better, but you got to go get help."
So they're calling himself a god half the time, and like. How's life, Yeet? Hey, how you doing? I ran out of boost, so I couldn't do anything else. Unfortunately.
Gold tier,
Oh,
nice.
Congrats. You're moving up. Gold tier is infamously, I think, hard to get out of, I hear. Not necessarily because of your skill, but because of other people's skill. It's like a cesspool of just like bad people.
Yeah, that sounds right. I feel like gold and platinum, I remember just not liking any of my teammates.
On like a just being asshat level.
I felt like I got stuck in diamond just because I wasn't improving very much, but gold and platinum, a lot of that felt like the people I was getting matched up with.
Yeah.
It's a meat grinder.
A lot of toxicity.
I say that like I'm completely out of diamond. like diamond is so beneath me now.
Well, we're pretty firmly in champ. Champ 2. I'm getting closer to champ 3 and regular 3s.
I think that was the stadium we needed.
Toxicity is at peak in gold. Yeah. I didn't... Yep, home field. I didn't play much in gold per se. Like I played it. I was in gold right at the beginning of the game, and I think there was a little less toxicity then. But since then, I've obviously like.
Man, didn't it start off as just bronze, silver, and gold?
I think it was bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. The platinum was like the super good. That was basically like grand champ or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it moved over to weird names, like Prospector and Rising Star
that.
and whatnot. Then after that, they moved it back to. They basically moved it to Overwatch.
No, teammate. Saw a thing about Amazon. They said that the Amazon Web Service, they're like cloud servers,
Yeah.
pulled in more money. Just that pulled in more money than McDonald's last year.
My God.
Like, it disregard the fucking selling shit on their website. Just Amazon Web Services. Ah, shit.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, good luck, E.
Yeah, man. Good luck with that. That's.
Ah. He was pretty much saying that that is what makes them money, so that they can be so cheap with Amazon Prime and all the other shit that they sell on Amazon. It's like they can destroy the competition and keep their prices low because they don't need that portion of their business to make money.
Yeah.
They make money
Shipped
with the cloud service. It's like that's how they've gotten bigger than fucking Walmart. Is that no one's gonna break them up when like the antitrust laws, that kind of monopoly type laws. It's like they've kept their prices down, and they can afford to, because you can't just price gouge the market, fuck it over, and then jack up your prices. Like they'll get you for that. But Amazon just keeps their prices low because they can afford to, and then they just reinvest all the money they do make back into the company, so they don't have to pay any taxes, and they just keep growing. They keep getting a bigger market share.
Yeah.
It's like it's a company where the investors are just okay with not making money because they keep getting a bigger market share. They keep becoming the biggest fucking seller in the world. You got no credit.
Yeah.
For that.
I'm basically a goalkeeping god.
Oh,
I was in the top 500 amount of saves there, son. back in my day.
I'm actually averaging like 0.8 saves now, and only like 0.6 assists. I've actually, I might still be. Assists is probably still like my highest metric, but that was interesting, and I don't know if that was true earlier. I think my win percentage is up to like 56% or something.
Yeah, mine.
I was down to like 50.5 at one time. I was like just barely above 50.
Yeah, mine's at like 55-ish last I checked.
So we've been doing pretty well to be like slightly above half. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, anything above half really is just starting to be good. Well, Yeet, if I had to give you any advice for getting better, obviously you've got like ball control and whatnot, but that just kind of comes with practice. One big thing is like positioning and working with your teammates.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the biggest things. You don't need to do air dribbles. You don't necessarily need to do ground dribbles. Like, if you can flow well with the team, even randos.
Yeah, understand. Like, look up YouTube videos about rotation and stuff like that. It's huge. Like, everyone is gonna struggle mechanically, but you should know like what you should know like what the strategy is, because that's just like a simple, learning. You just have to know where you're supposed to be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's something that you can improve very quickly, because it's just what your brain telling you what to do. Whereas like the mechanic stuff is going to take a long time to just the muscle memory to kick in. To train yourself with that.
You learned how to air dribble a bit. See, I can air dribble in Trainer, but I can't really air dribble in the game. Like, so like air dribbling's neat, and you can get an edge up on somebody sometimes with it, but
yeah, knowing your positioning is gonna help you out way more often than doing a crazy ass goal.
yeah.
I would say the majority of Rocket League goals are just are not because like someone made a great shot, but more that just like the shot was available to them and they took like a fairly standard shot.
Yeah.
If you break down a team's defense positionally, then you don't need to make crazy good shots. Exhibit A right there. We totally fucked ourselves and gave them a relatively easy win.
You need assistance to set up. Yeah, assisting's really good. You also need to be the assister too. So
fast aerials are huge. You're going to use that in every single game.
the only YouTube tutorials I've watched for this game is air dribbling. Well, I watched half flip, but as soon as I understood, I could just do it. Right? It's so easy to learn.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of just regular dribbling once on top of your car, and then I realized after a while, I'm like, dribbling with the plank is not the easiest.
I would say flicking is way more important than dribbling anyways.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of chance to dribble.
Yep.
But a flick is real nasty. Off the wall stuff is huge. Always be practicing that.
Oh, yeah. We didn't learn that till late too.
Yeah. It's still learning. Still getting better at that. Shit is hard.
I've got it down,
but it's
pretty good, I think, now. I'm doing pretty good with it.
Like double jumping off the wall and then boosting towards the ball is oh, come on.
That was 2 different saves.
Hey. Jesus Christ. Yeah, fast arrows in general are just that's just what you should be doing. It's so important to oh. Fast aerials and off the wall shit is stuff you're gonna use multiple times in every single game. Air dribbles, you're not going to use them like multiple times in every single game, at least not for a long time.
I hardly ever use them. I know how to do them, it's just like my brain can't find a spot of like how to set it up, if that makes sense. Because you have to be going kind of a similar a similar speed to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to be going underneath the ball.
They're also way easier to defend until like people get really good at them.
Yeah,
than you would think. Like a lot of times, you have so much time like watching them set up for their air dribble shit that you're like, okay, now I'm ready for that.
A consistent air dribble is pretty easy to defend, but multiple singular taps is harder.
It's obviously really good.
Because when they get that like second tap in there, you're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's more of like knowing if they can actually do that. Like if you expect them to be able to get a second tap, you can be better prepared. But a lot of times I don't assume that they can even get that. Obviously being able to catch it is pretty important.
There's a dunk master on the other team. Oh, ranked hoops. Yeah, that makes sense. You don't see very many dunk masters. Squishy left the group chat. That's a pro, right? that's a pro man, correct?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
Obviously, do training while you're waiting on a new match to start.
I never do that. I'm never in training, but it doesn't hurt. I could have went back, but I grabbed the boost that was next to me.
See, Amazon is getting kind of scary. You know, you had all those cities trying to do their best to give them the biggest blowjobs that they would come to their city. A company that already doesn't pay it doesn't pay any taxes, and like you're like, oh, come here and we'll give you all sorts of other tax breaks and shit.
Tax breaks for businesses, especially that big, are ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really not good.
It's like you already own so much shit, like. I don't have any boost.
Think about the fucking healthcare and education and shit we could pay for if they were paying their taxes.
Yeah. They're launching a satellite, are they?
I don't know Amazon specifically. I know Jeff Bezos has a space program. I don't know if that's like attached with Amazon.
Ah, shit.
Unless you're talking about something different.
Oh. Oh, that.
I wonder if it's worse for the environment to have all these individually packaged and shipped goods compared to just going like one store carrying a bunch of shit. Just like a bunch of things get shipped to that store all at one time. I guess you still have to drive to the store though.
Yeah.
But not having all of it packaged in cardboard boxes individually. I don't know. I saw one tweet, this like economist or something was saying they should just replace libraries with Amazon bookstores. I'm like, what the fuck? Amazon is a company. They'd they'd have to charge.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, but think of the savings on your taxes. Dude was like, I pay like 70 cents this week towards my library, and it only takes one fucking book to offset that. You know, think about like every person having to buy their own copy of a book versus the library buying a couple of copies that would service like, hundreds of people.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, obviously the library is a way cheaper method.
Also, imagine somebody who doesn't have money goes...
Yeah.
Like, it's knowledge for people that can't afford it, you know what I mean?
And a whole bunch of other stuff. Like, I remember people saying, like, man, libraries are one of the few places where you're not pressured to spend money when you go in there.
Yeah.
You go in, you use the internet for free. They have like legal books and shit, movies. You could just sit at a fucking desk or like have a conference if you wanted to.
Go pee. You're just passing by. You can go pee. Yeah, how about we don't?
It's like, let's replace that with an Amazon store. I mean, we clearly do it with like insurance. The idea is it's so fucking expensive to... I think your teammate bumped me there. It's so expensive to pay for that shit, so if everyone pays a little bit... Yeah, he knocked me right when I was going for it. It's the fire department. He's like, instead of it being like, oh shit, house is on fire, let me see if I can get out my credit card.
Yeah.
Just have everybody pay a little bit, and everyone gets good fire coverage. People are like, the government can't do anything. You want to put them in charge of healthcare? It's like, they're doing a pretty damn good job with the fire department and the police department.
And, like...
Fucking military. Obviously, they get a shitload of money.
Also, just kind of hospitals and, like, how they operate, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's just they pay up the asshole for everything.
The hospitals are still going to be run by people who know how to run hospitals. It's not like some government clerk is now going to be doing your operation.
Donald Trump's going to be in there himself. Yeah, it's my day to do the operation. Now he's got a clog in the artery, so we're going to build a wall around it.
I'm so tired of hearing that line that, like, government can't do anything right. You want to let them control your health care? Like, well, we clearly trust them to control a whole bunch of shit.
I'm tired of just hearing the line in general about it being socialism. Or about, oh, I'm going to pay for that person's health care. That's not right. I shouldn't have to pay for their health care. It's like, I mean,
you're paying for their student to go to public school.
Yeah, you have to pay for roads you're never going to drive on. You have to pay for like... It's just
wars that you didn't agree to.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Fucking NASA. It's a bunch of people who could not care one iota what NASA does, but you're still paying those taxes. Wow, that was cool.
All right, what should I tell him RNG is?
Rocket.
Rocket National Grand Prix.
Rally Night. Something with a G. Rally Night. Damn,
Rocket National Games. I'll put that.
That sounds pretty good. You capitalized it too, so it looks official.
It's turning.
Yeah, it sounds like a turn.
He's gonna search it up on Google. What is this? He's not gonna get anything.
I could have even done like Richmond National.
I'm not gonna touch it. Okay, I am accidentally. Ah, that wasn't speed.
So it's like we decided that everyone should be protected by cops even if you can't afford it. We decided everyone should have an education even if you can't afford it. Everyone should have fire department even if you can't afford it. But like healthcare is like, oh god, no. I'm not paying for that guy's healthcare. He doesn't deserve it. If he can't afford it, then he shouldn't be allowed to have healthcare.
Yeah.
Quit being lazy.
This person shouldn't be... We shouldn't prevent this person from dying, but yet we prevent him from dying in other situations.
Yeah. Like, did you think about not being born with asthma? Did you think about that?
And like...
Do you think you have some responsibility for that leukemia you got?
Like, I understand if it's a person who smokes and whatnot, and there might be some rule that like, hey, yo, he's been smoking for like 50 years, and the doctors told him to stop, but he's still doing it.
Yeah, I could see there being some kind of exclusions or provisions.
Like no, you know, this is the 12th time you've had a light bulb up your ass and it broke. Like, we're not paying for this anymore.
Or even like the doctors told you to stop eating red meat and you did it anyways, and now your heart's fucked.
Yeah.
So the thing is like, once everyone has healthcare, you can start doing like preventative early treatments.
Yeah.
People will go in and get screened, and it's a lot easier and cheaper to fix shit before it becomes a problem. Teammate. Oh god. So we could end up saving a lot of money by doing it that way.
I thought we were losing. I thought that was it. Oh, teammate, yeah, nice. We're in overtime, buddy. Nice job not moving.
He also thought we were losing. Just like throws his controller away. Oh fuck. I couldn't get a good hit on that, but I knew I had to do something before he did. Shit, that's you.
Boost. Okay. Had to close in. Boink.
I should have bailed.
Got him!
Oh my god!
Got him!
It's there's a lot of Democrat candidates right now all talking about stuff like that. It's one of those things where if they had just given us health, like socialized healthcare 50 years ago, no one would be complaining about it now. Like the same thing with Social Security and all that kind of stuff. How's it going, Don?
What's up there, Don?
Oh, you got the ice charger blade. I'm so jelly. You can feel my jelly from here.
That's the one to get, I hear.
I'm oozing jelly right now.
One of these days I'll pick up the charge blade.
You've noticed I've been using it a lot less now that we're fighting like tough monsters.
Yeah.
So you have to be good to use the charge blade.
Yeah, I've been using a lot of my bow because I can just drift everywhere, and I'm good at drifting.
Same thing with the light bow gun. I just like running and shooting now. It's so much easier. You have to be good at the game to play Charge Blade. I got by 540 some hunts of me not actually having to be all that precise and good. The game was very forgiving before we started doing AT monsters. Oh, see you later, Yeet.
I'm going Yeet. Thanks for stopping by,
noodle.
man. Nice to see ya. Oh! I almost free jumped that.
I was gonna put together a Valhazak build. The YouTube guy that I watch for Monster Hunter content, did say that he likes using the lance that I have, that Devil Joe one, the spinny thing.
Yeah.
Said he likes using that for Valhazak, which is cool. But he said, like, you really don't want to do the fight without health augment.
Yeah.
Because it's so nice to get health back.
Yeah.
With his bullshit DOT.
That's what my coworker said today. He's like, yeah, you want health augment. I was like, I don't want to though.
What do you mean you don't want to?
I don't want to spend the materials to do a health augment on a thing. So I'll do it, but I just have to figure out what it is.
Like it's really nice.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 health augments on my heavy bow gun, and it's incredible watching. Because it sucks to have to sheath your weapon and reload. So when I'm low on health and I'm like, oh, let's break out like the sticky or the wyvern ammo and just get a huge chunk of that back in one go. It's so nice. I actually am dying to get health augment on my light bow gun, but I can't get a warrior's streamstone for it.
Oh, you like my car's decal? That's a pretty nice one. It's zip zop zooming by. Oh.
Animated decals are really nice.
There's some good ones in this latest pack that I might add to the car instead, but so far it makes my car look sick.
I'm not sure how worried I am about the acid water.
I'm not worried at all.
Because you can only flash him once before before flash pots become basically useless. And the guy recommended doing it as he's limping, going to his final resting spot, because then you can hit him with the teeth hanging down. I fucked up. Yeah, the regular Fluvia. Yeah, that makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, like the miasma jewels, because like I just wear Valhazak pants and then one miasma jewel. So
that might not be the most efficient way to do it. You could probably get better pants and just add the jewels to the pants you put on.
But you need 3.
Yeah, you need 3 of them.
Yeah, if I have pants with 3 slots, which I might have some Gala ones. I do have Gala, but that has 3 slots, right?
Probably. You could get pants that have like more defense, and
yeah, or
you know,
I mean, a better skill, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you get a new skill.
That's just what I did yesterday, because that was what I had.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have time to put together a build either. My build wasn't very good. You can also throw on the miasma charm, because you can get that to level 3, and you don't have to do any decos.
That's true.
It's just an option. I'm not saying it's the best.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. It's one of those things, like, I don't know. That's a tough one, because that would make sense. That would free up me to do other shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tough one. Oh. Love gives me wonder.
I really want to use the lance on Valhazak, but I still don't have a guard up jewel. So I don't want to have to wear 3 Uragon pieces for guard up. So I kind of want to get that jewel before I fight him.
Oh, that bounce. Yeah, that jewel's really nice. I was fucking real bad. Some bad fucks happening.
I gotta get the jewel though. I really don't want to wear those shitty Uragon pieces for it.
I wear 1 Uragon piece for guard, since I don't have 3.
Oh, see, I do have Iron Wall jewels,
Yeah,
so I'm actually I don't need guard from my armor set.
yeah, I've got. Oh no!
Come on, come on! Yeah, teammate!
Oh.
Nicely done.
Oh. You can wear the necklace for guard as well. Yeah.
I do like the guard 3 necklace. That's a good one. I try to only use my charms for stuff like the attack 3 is a fantastic one. It's a great way to get a huge boost in attack. The guard 3 is nice. I was stuck using a crit draw 2 charm with my greatsword until I finally got a crit draw jewel.
I don't know if I have a crit draw jewel. You're caught.
Oh, I kind of came flying in.
You probably should have went to the.
That's
far
true.
end.
That charm gives guard up and effluvia resistance. So I guess that's a good way to go.
Does the bulwark charm does give effluvia resistance?
I think so. Yeah. Or is that the one that does
Yeah.
heat?
I gotta pee.
Okay.
Quick perb.
I'm unfortunately in the match and it won't let me leave.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm perving. Huh. You there, Simba?
Yeah. Oh, it's guard up and resuscitate. Ugh. Improves evasion and reduces stamina depletion when afflicted with abnormal status effects.
But you don't have to wear 3 pieces of Uragon armor.
Yeah, I'd really rather just get the fucking 2-slot jewel if you'd give it to me. I actually can't complain because I went in and did today's limited bounties.
Yeah.
So like, 2 events. I just did another couple meal vouchers. You need to do 2 TT, and there's an event that you do that gives you 3 TT, so I knocked that out in one shot. And then a Kieran.
Oh,
Actually soloed AT Kieran, which was like pulling teeth with the light bow gun because of her being armored most of the time.
oh damn. Yeah.
But
I heard if you gun lance it though, it's pretty decent. It's a little long, but if you solo it, it's pretty.
it got to where like putting my mines down was actually like my biggest dishes of damage.
Oh really?
But I did it. She actually doesn't have that much health for an AT.
Yeah.
A lot of it is just not dying to the lightning, and that's one thing that the light bow gun is good at, is like moving around. Like you can stay mobile. And if I just kind of kept checking the ground to make sure I wasn't in the lightning, I didn't really get hit that much.
Matrix.
Her fucking horn thing, her horn ramming was like the worst part because it goes through the temporal mantle. And I got teleported, so there was like, I wasn't actually sure if I was in the right. There was a second I was like, I might be own goaling here.
I think you tapped it just enough for that guy not to do shit.
When Behemoth or Lunostra first came out, they gave a free mushroom, iron wall, and guard up decoration. They just gave you those jewels? Holy shit!
That's great.
Oh, I would have been perfect.
I mean, we were here when it first came out, but I don't think they...
We didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, they just gave them out probably for like in a package, right? Like a login bonus or whatever. Yeah, it was a login bonus.
Login bonus for a week, but we haven't gone a whole week without getting a login bonus.
Yeah, it was probably just for consoles, by the guys.
It had to have been only for consoles because I have never gone a full week since getting this game without getting the login bonus.
Oh my god.
What? Oh, that was incredible. It was on PC, what the shit?
Why didn't I get it? I mean, I have 2 iron walls.
I don't see how that's possible for a whole week. Unless it was the week I was in Florida. That's the only team I can think of. We don't go 2 days without playing Monster Hunter.
Almost. I think there's been a couple times, but
Yeah, well, I meant we don't go more than 2 days.
we play it usually.
We'll do like Rocket League 2 times in a row.
Yeah, we play it 4 days a week, basically.
It was around Christmas. Fuck!
Oh.
1 week I was gone. You gotta be kidding me. And it's really hurting now too. Whoa! What, mate? But like I was saying, I actually can't complain at all about jewels because after doing the limited bounties, I said, you know, I'm just gonna. I have a few minutes. I'm gonna fuck around and do a behemoth. Not a behemoth, a basil goose real quick because I had a 4 jewel basil, and with my thunder sticks bow gun, I can beat him in like under 10 minutes. I was like, that's 4 jewels.
I figured there's no one back, and I missed it, so I did what I could.
Yeah, you did. I was going in anyways. So yeah, I was gonna log off, but I was like, I did one more investigation, did the basil, and got a fucking attack jewel.
Oh, nice.
Got my first attack jewel after only 450 hours.
I wish I could have an attack jewel.
Oh! I've seen people say that they've been playing for like 1,000 hours and haven't gotten one. So I feel pretty damn lucky. What? Just let me have it. No. Oh, now the spikes are gone. Good, all 3 of us right there.
It's not.
Yeah, it would be great if we could swap decos. I think it's probably exactly the reason they won't let you. Did you got a mighty bow jewel, didn't you?
Me? I have like 3 or some shit.
I don't know if Angel has one, but they're really fucking good for bows, and I've gotten like 2 or 3 now. And it's like, come on, stop! I don't use the bow anymore. I've still yet to get a single jewel from the big Jagras that I'm gonna use.
think I've got maybe one or two, but they weren't like super rare jewels, but they were just like jewels I didn't have yet.
Yeah, that mighty bow jewel, like it just gives you like another level, doesn't it? That's insane.
Oh my God.
It's like a completely different weapon being able to charge to another level.
I don't typically put on the mighty bow jewel. Actually, I just go for affinity most of the time. I don't know why. I just do it.
You should probably put the mighty bow jewel on.
I typically do tenderizer.
Because like charging to another level is gonna, like that fourth shot must be like way more powerful than normal.
It didn't seem that much more actually when I was doing it. So that's why I did it. I was just like,
I'm sure it is though, because like everybody talks about it for the bow.
oh yeah, get down me.
I'm definitely gonna farm the lava fish.
Yeah, I think we haven't been farming Chungus much, as we've just gotten shit.
Did it a couple times.
I think we're gonna farm lava a lot more though.
Mm-hmm. We need to farm the Tempered Devil Joe a couple times. We need to get Angel her Rocksteady mantle. That's not gonna be hard.
I think though, Angel, like, fighting AT Kieran, Angel's been doing it with a bow. And that's really tough. It's really tough with a bow.
Did Kieran with a bow?
You what?
I thought you did Kieran with
Not
a bow.
AT.
Because you did a great job.
I was doing heavy bow gun.
And you did heavy bowgun first, but I thought you switched to bow.
I don't know. I thought the time that we beat it, I had the heavy bow gun because I was bow at first. It did bad, and I was like, all right, I want something with a shield so I can tank.
Yeah, I might just be thinking Tempered Kieran.
Yeah, I think I did tempered gear with the bow. 100% sure. Oh, nice one too. Like you can do it. I'm just saying, like, it's just tough.
Well, what I meant is that like you did a really good job with the bow. If I remember, you did like a good chunk more damage than I did. Not that the light bowgun is a good choice for Kieran, but that's my choice. Fucking light bowgun is nasty against Diablos though. Holy shit! I beat a black Diablos in 3.5 minutes.
Teammate, why? Why are you backflipping into the ball? Oh, teammate is really Mr. Like, I'm going to hit the ball. I'm going to be in every play. I'll show
That's
you.
probably why he's got a bunch of points. He's hit it a lot.
There's tons of times where I'm just like, go away.
I could finally redo my bowgun builds now that I got Kieran's chest plate. It gives you 2 free element up. Oh my god, what? Teammate, go to goal! Oh my god, he's like going for boost there. But yeah, Kieran's chest gives you 2 free element up, which is amazing. That means I only have to use 1 jewel to get to level 3 now.
Yeah.
Because it's so important for the light bowgun. Like there's like so many times where you only get like 2 or 3 shots before you have to reload. So maxing that out means that sometimes I can go 4 or 5 shots without having to reload. Makes a huge difference in your DPS. Not having to reload as often.
Oh! You had a good defense, Chocolate.
Good for the heavy bowgun too, because the less times you have to reload, the less vulnerable you are.
Yeah.
More shield uptime you can have.
A lot of people put reload stuff on there so that their reloads are faster.
Mm-hmm. The recoil mods are my favorite. Because like reloads are already pretty easy with the light bowgun. They're already pretty quick.
Some of the reloads with the heavy bowgun are brutal.
Yeah, they are. I think I'll use heavy bowgun in a couple of fights, but overall I don't like it as much as the light bowgun. It's a good weapon, but I'm not good with it.
Feels
not patient
enough.
enough.
Real chunky.
It is really chunky. And the lance is real chunky too, so I feel like I'm the lance and kind of the great sword. It's a bit heavy hitting, slow weapon.
Nice one, teammate.
Teammate,
nice.
What the?
Okay, yeah, blow me up.
Aww. It's with the no problems from teammate.
That guy is really trying to demo me. The V name, the Viking Tron or whatever.
I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, especially because teammates again not playing.
Yeah.
Man, what do you have that's so important that like you have to shift your focus every 10 seconds?
70 seconds left in this game. Oh.
Teammate, why so early? Why did you use that like that? What the fuck? Oh boy.
No.
Back past Samurai Jack. Well, I have boot, so in case any of they have spike.
I'm sure Diablos is probably pretty easy kill for you at this point, Don. Or are you saying did they cart? Did you fail because of that? One for the record books, apparently.
Oh, div up! Woo!
Oh man, in one shot they all carded. That sucks.
Diablos at this point is incredibly easy. He is. Oh, he's going underground. The only thing is, if you're a melee person, it's just running up to him and hitting him. Is the hardest part, catching him.
Yeah. When he's running his back and forth, it's really annoying.
Back and forth and.
A tempered Black Diablos will still kill you if you're not careful. He hits pretty hard.
Yeah, but. Oh shit.
It's not a difficult fight. I'm just saying. Like I said, I did it in 3.5 minutes. So obviously Black Diablos isn't like difficult.
Do you like my teleport save, by the way? The guy was dribbling the ball down the field, and I teleported with him and saved the ball that he was dribbling into our net. This is great.
We were doing an HR20?
Holy shit. Alright, yeah.
It might be like one of their first times really even fighting Diablos. Jesus.
Yeah, Diablos was hard. HR20.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I don't know. HR20 is like you're done with the main game by then. So,
Oh, you are?
yeah, because HR13, remember? That's like the lock.
No, I don't. I don't remember the numbers at all.
Yeah, HR13 is like the lock for the story mode. Oh, nice one.
Woo!
Nice one, teammate. Oh, I couldn't get to it in time.
Well, I've gotten a lot of fucking levels since then. I mean, it's a lot like the levels in Rocket League. It's more just like the number of things you've done, not necessarily a representation of what you're being good. You could just fight the same shitty monsters over and over and keep up in your level.
Yeah, it's generally like
Yeah, it's as good as a system as you're gonna get.
yeah. Your gear is kind of indication of how well you've done.
They haven't unlocked augmenting at that points figure. Still something if Davos could probably 3-shot them in a combo.
Sure. I just don't get hit a lot by Diablos at this point. You know what I mean? I've got his attack patterns down so well.
Oh my god, how many times have we fucking crushed a Diablos by now?
Yeah.
Just the weapon you use against him matters a lot.
You can't.
Oh, that's not his
Yeah,
fault.
good luck.
Like, if you're still trying to rock dual blades against Diablos, it's probably going to be a pain
Oh,
in
the
the
guy I
ass.
was tornadoing did it.
You gotta be quick in there. It's so nice to have a mind's eye jewel and not have to worry about bouncing off his fucking tail and his horns.
I wish I had that. Ah! That was in too. I swear that was in. That bounced off me. That was orange.
Ooh! What a recovery! Yeah, that's a really sickening feeling. Oh, that was gonna be an awesome goal. When you get smacked, and then like you're trying to get up and you get smacked again, and kills you, and you're just like, fuck off.
Yeah, getting stunned is pretty shitty. It's annoying.
I've started taking stun resist off to put like more attack and shit on, but it just kind of depends on the monster and the weapon.
Yeah, AT.
It's so nice to. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! It sucked.
Because a stun means you die.
Yeah.
Come on, teammate.
Get in there, please. Sure.
I don't have any boost. Oh, gotta be quicker than that.
Up the wall, best.
Gotta be better than that.
I'm not gonna get that. Down the wall too much. Oh. Yep, my bad. My bad, teammate.
Whoever bumped you is a real jackass.
What a save.
Looking forward to those goal explosions we're gonna get. I've been asking for those for a while. Like, when are we gonna get goal explosions as a season reward?
Yeah.
They're not like the coolest goal explosions in the game, but it's neat we're getting them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
I blew him up, but he had Goku fist. That's pretty funny. Virus.
Oh, hey, Virus! How you doing? Lamau.
Oh yeah, oh. Must be his first Rocket League game ever.
Dude was flying for days. Probably getting like 2 points for that game. These guys are real good. They're real funny.
Who trash talks in Rumble?
Yeah. It's... Also, like the what a save thing. Like, you notice that they like all the other times it went in, they didn't say what a save, but then all of a sudden they have a 2-goal lead with 30 seconds to go. Yeah. Now we can shit talk. Yeah. It's like, come on, dude.
What are you doing with your life? You're giving people shit in a game of Rumble.
I would like to read that as, oh yeah, ho.
Oh yeah. Ho.
Oh yeah, ho. There's a guy at my work, the Zach guy. He likes it when I flop my. It's me making fun of people. I flop my hand like this. I'm like, yo. I don't know. For some reason, he likes it when I do that. And he said he wants me to record that, and so he can put it as a text message tone. All right. Should we give them shit, son, bro? Should we like tell them that they fail at life and stuff?
Yeah, great pass.
Wow. I felt bad for Tay last night, so I rated Tay's stream, right?
Oh god.
And she had somebody come in who started just being a complete asshat to her.
Did she have any mods that could
Yeah,
deal with it?
they were, banning and stuff, but like Tay has a short haircut, and so the person put like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" And then they started to make accounts named Tay Boy or Girl, and like following her, so it would come up as alerts and shit.
It's just really sad that you don't have anything to do with your time other than to shit on someone you don't even know.
Yeah.
Just like, what did this person do to you? They're just having a good time.
Also, like, what these people don't understand is like, it feels really good to ban a troll. You know what I mean? It's like so easy to do. You come in, you say one bad thing, and I can just hit a button. Like, it's like, yeah, fuck you. It feels
you were a mod for her?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Because I banned one person before in my entire stream. I had the one guy come in the one day that was just like, that called me like a fat ass or something like that.
Yeah,
and all I said was, yep, and then he didn't say anything else. Like, he realized that I didn't give a shit, and he was just like, well, I guess I'm not getting this guy. Like, I'm not gonna put up your shit.
Yeah, if you lean into the insult and act like you're both joking together, it kind of takes away their power. That's I guess that's what they want, is for people to get upset.
Yeah. But like, either way, like if you get upset by it, I understand. It's like, it sucks. But yeah, just like the one time the guy came into my stream
Whoops.
and tried to mimic a Twitch person. And he was like, your account's been banned for copywritten music.
Oh yeah.
And for one, they're going to send me an email if my account's been banned. Oops.
Yeah, they're not gonna just show up in your chat.
Yeah, they're not just going to show up in my
and
chat.
misspell the word music.
Yeah, they're not going to misspell the word music. And they're not going to have a funky username like they had. So I'm just like, well, they're going to be like, hi, official email from the Twitchertons, from John Twitch himself. Yeah, don't feed the trolls, exactly. But
How boring of a person are you that's like where you get your fun, is by making other people feel like shit?
yeah,
It's like, do you have so little going on in your life that somehow is fun to you?
and it's like such a small. Again, it's so small that like. I felt like teammates should have been back by then, not hanging out on their side of the field. He should have immediately gone back. Yeah, John Twitch. John Twitch is in the lore.
Do lore F
John.
John.
Exactly the way you spelled it. He is a key figure.
There's a whole rhyme and everything.
Oh.
That was fun. That was a good time. Yeah.
That's courtesy of Angel. That isn't a word.
Hey, we probably could have given her like some credit in the wording of the lore there.
I just give it verbal credit. Technically, lore is not created. It is.
It is known.
It is known / discovered. Oh, get wrecked.
That was lore for a while before we finally wrote it down.
Yeah.
We weren't sure like how to spell that one out.
Angel gave me a huge rhyme too. I'm like, well, that's too long for a command. She gave me like 2 other verses.
I think she even said that. She said she just kind of like was having fun with it.
Yeah.
She didn't expect you to use the whole thing.
It was good though.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Ah, what a terrible pinch.
No.
That is.
Man, she just keeps being that fruit ninja guy. Vivisco.
I still haven't added the skill is stored in the P. Or maybe the bladder? Oh!
Oh!
Slammer jammer it in there. No!
Did my job. Great fucking time for tornado. Come on.
Going guy. Fuck.
Oh, please tell me you have a glove.
I just got it too. I just had to get close enough. I was like, it went right out of my range right as I turned there. I was like, oh shit!
Oh, that was nice. I called it too. Please tell me you have a glove.
Oh, teammate, what are you doing, dude? Why hit it towards the net? I don't understand. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna go for it too, teammate. I don't care. People and their strange decisions. Yep, now's the time to hit ball. Yep, that's a good one. Oh.
Yeah! I cleared one.
Oh, damn it!
No!
Oh, the last guy. Oh.
No! That's how the night's gonna end? Ah. 6-5. That goes gloves, man. Gloves OP.
This game isn't good anyway.
Oh, we got all our rewards
The
there.
controls are bad.
How much time do we have?
None.
1 day, 12 hours.
Oh, time.
Like hours again.
For the Rocket Pass challenges. So good thing we got them done tonight because we're doing Monster Hunter tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Angel's gonna miss Sunday and maybe Friday. So this week's not good. But
Well, that sucks that she's missing on the days with all the events unlocked.
yeah. Hopefully next week will be better for her.
And next week we'll be doing Lava Fish.
What's up there, Yuri? How you doing? Good games tonight? You know, it's alright. I don't know.
You win some, you lose some.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the car. Looks dope. I'm pretty happy with it. Black, red, and white are my waifu, so the colors. So car is waifu. Okay.
Good noodle, everyone.
Noodle-san, bro. It's time to switch over to some Nier, though. So you may have accidentally clipped something. No, it's fine. That happens. But I'm a BRB, and I'll be back for some Nier. Route C.